Greetings. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. And today we're going to talk about why it's important to understand the art of evocation. Why should you summon demons? Why should you learn how to channel spirits? Right? Why was this given a bad rap in the first place? Why is this something that we need to learn how to do? Well, really we can break it down into three categories. Category number one, there is no self. Category number two, the process of evoking spirits. And category number three is in regards to being possessed or possessing. So starting with the first category, there is no self. I've had this thought before in meditation about there is no you, right? There is no central you. And you really get to this in a lot of Buddhism concepts. When you really start meditating, you really see beyond attaching to this physical identity, beyond attaching to this ego. When you meditate, you get a glimpse of what it's like to be a part of Source, essentially. Ego is fictitious. The personality is fictitious. Now, just to skip, several sentences and get to the point here, there is no you. The best example that I can use is when you're dealing with your boss, you're a certain person. When you're dealing with your child or with children, you're a different person. When you are trying to get sex from your partner, you're a different person, right? When you're out in the club or on the streets or hanging out with your friends, you're a different person, right? When you deal with old folks, you're a different person. When you're dealing with someone you don't like at all, you can't stand, you're a different person. Which one of these is the real you, right? When you're talking to yourself in your head, you're a different person, right? That's the one that never comes out. Which one is you, though? The one that you talk to yourself in your head, is that one even real? That one's more like if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around, does anyone hear it? Right? You can't even say the you that you are most of the time is real, because the you that you are most of the time is dependent on who you're around, right? So if those people aren't around you, you just naturally wouldn't be that same person. What I'm trying to say here is the person that you are, like we'll use me, Travis Magus. I am a spirit. Right now, doing this video, this is a certain type of me, right? This isn't the me that everybody gets. Okay, when this camera's off, I'll smoke a black and mild, I'm drinking some beer, I'm playing video games, I'm doing the same stuff that normal people do, right? But which one is the real me? There isn't a me. This is just like channeling different spirits. I'm evoking different aspects of myself depending on the circumstance, right? When I need to do this video, I get into the zone of who this character is. When I do work for people, I'm a character there. When I deal with my child and children, I'm that character, right? When I deal with my parents, when I deal with my lover, when I deal with my family, right? I'm a certain character. When I deal with people who I know don't like me, I'm a certain character, right? There's no central you. There just isn't. So your subconscious mind naturally switches to the appropriate spirit, the appropriate energy frequency that is required for the situation. All right. So now we get to the second part of evoking spirits or invoking spirits. Your subconscious mind already knows what time it is, right? It already knows what we're doing here. What we're doing is we're trying to initiate this sequence of events on purpose, right? The reason that there are 72 different spirits in the pineal gland is because these are 72 extra energies that you have access to, and you want to utilize them intentionally instead of haphazardly, wildly, uncontrollably, right? For example, everybody's favorite goetic demon, Citri, deals with lust and sex and seducing and enticing, right? We all want to know how to do that successfully. It's one thing if I just step out here and say, yeah, I'm gonna try my best, right? And it's a whole nother thing when you say, you know what? I've got this spirit who is an expert at this. I cannot fail, right? And you utilize that energy and you go out there and you have success. Now, why couldn't you do that without Citri? Here's the thing. You did do it without Citri. Citri is an energy, and it's a part of you that you have evoked from within. All you did was convince the subconscious mind that you had help. That's all that this is. Different methods of convincing the subconscious mind to do something. That's all it is. So, dealing with spirits is the same thing as when you are out in public being you. Depending on the circumstance, you switch to a different energy frequency. So when it deals with and that's passive. So when we get to active, which is magic, depending on your circumstance, you're going to evoke a different spirit to help you get the job done. And what you're doing, essentially, the ritual and all this stuff is for the conscious mind to get on board. Putting on the cloak, right? Having the cup and the dagger and the shield and the staff. It's all to convince your conscious mind, all right, we about to get into the zone. We're about to do this thing. You know, when you set the music, when you turn the lights down low and you light the candles and you get the incense, you're convincing the conscious mind to relax. We're about to do a specific work. That is what a ritual is. You relax the conscious mind so that the subconscious mind can be accessed, so that you can plant your seed of intent into the subconscious mind, right? And then you do the closing ritual so that the conscious mind knows, okay, you can come back and do your thing. And then you move on. The subconscious mind has received the message. And because it is a magnet, a receiver, and a transmitter, it's going to reach out to the appropriate energy and bring certain things back to you. That's all that magic is. That's it. Now it's an art, it's a science, and you can get better at it. And there are effective techniques, and there's worthless techniques, right? But I'm telling you about the basics of it, because when you understand the basics, then you can make it as elaborate as you want. Okay, so the third part deals with possession, right? When you're dealing with these entities, one of two things is going to happen. Either you are going to get possessed by that spirit, or you are going to possess that spirit. What do I mean by this? Again, with everybody's favorite, when I evoke him to do a ritual, I'm bringing him out so that I can speak with him and get advice or give instructions, right? Now, depending on what happens next is one or two things. Either I allow him to possess me, right? Or give him room to possess me when the time is right. So say I'm in the situation and the opportunity has arrived. Now I get possessed by Citri and I allow him to work his magic, right? To purr, his leopard purr, because that's what he is, right? To spit his game, right? And after it's all said and done, I'm like, holy shit, that just happened, right? Y'all gotta work with Citri sometime. But anyways, that's an example of me being possessed by this energy, just letting it flow, right? Now on the opposite spectrum, you possessing the energy is when your conscious mind is in control. you know exactly what you're doing, right? You're utilizing the energy for your specific purpose, right? And that will be more when you are, I guess an example would be if you are using psychic energy to influence another person, right? You're sending these vibrations, right? You're astral traveling, you're doing dream work, you're doing some cyclomancy. There's many ways to get to the result. But what I really feel a big part of my duty here is to clear up a lot of confusion. Demons are not these spirits in hell waiting to torture you. No, the word has gotten confused. It is a higher spirit. And all that means is it is energy that has a personality that exists separate from your ego, but it's still a part of you. All right? And you can access it like Ben 10. Right? But just like, it's the same thing as, like I said, when you're going out in your day-to-day work, sometimes you're this person, sometimes you're that person, sometimes when you go to church, you know what I'm saying? When you're in school, right? You're a different person. Which one is you, though? Yeah, there's a similar essence, just like there's going to be a similar essence when you do evoke these spirits. That's the real you. That's the energy of you. But the same way that you change personalities, and I know we're all like, yeah, I'm the same person no matter what, this situation, that situation. Okay, cool. Nobody's judging you. But what I'm saying is, depending on who you're dealing with, you are going to be making different decisions in your behavior, right? It's human nature. So compare that to the evocation of spirits. When you evoke the spirit within, you take on different qualities based on that spirit, all right? We're dealing with energy manipulation here. This isn't about heaven and hell. This is about energy manipulation. That's what we're doing. That's what this is. I'm trying to be thorough because these are the beginning steps, the building blocks for what we're really going to be getting into in the future. And you got to understand this early stuff right now before we can move on to the bigger stuff. Now, I've been seeing in visions a future where a whole generation of young people know this science, right? There's no more oppression. There's no more victimhood. Because from youth, we're going to understand how to get where we want to go, how to get the things that we want to have, right? Based on our minds. Now, there's no way to regulate that. There's no way to stop that. There's no way to hinder that, right? As long as you detach from this system of distractions and you can focus on attaining and becoming anything that you want, there is no limit. There literally is no limit. If you want to be Thanos out here, you can be Thanos, right? You can go to Amazon and get that glove and work on your powers. Because this spiritual work only builds, right? Look at how far we've come. Look at where this generation is right now. And look where we were 30 years ago. Imagine 30 years from now, what the kids are going to be doing. Who's going to stop them, right? Who are they going to be answering to, right? What kind of world are we going to have? It's inevitable. It doesn't have to be me talking about this. It doesn't have to be... The spirit is making its way into this world. And it's coming at a hardcore pace. I can only smile and be happy and rejoice and see that finally we are entering into a time where we are reclaiming the power that we have lost, right? But it's always been within us. And it starts with these simple, basic understandings of reality. All right? nobody's property. You don't belong to anybody, right? You're nobody's victim, right? I'm talking to you. You're nobody's victim. You have the power to get up out of the situation and get what you want. You just have to focus, and you have to be persistent, and you have to be confident in what you're doing. The stuff I'm telling you right here works, right? I don't have to prove it to you. Prove it to yourself. Take what I'm saying, take what Bobby Hemmett's saying, Brother Panic, Phil Valentine, and all these other people out here telling you this good stuff, and try it yourself. You be the judge. And if it don't work, don't ever watch my videos or any of these videos again. But if it does work, keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep seeing where it takes you. This is a part of a bigger purpose, much bigger. But yeah, just keep that in mind, and understand the fluidity of reality. Nothing is concrete, set in stone. There's no hard and fast rules. The rule is whatever works, works. Do what thou wilt. That shall be the whole of the law. So anyway, I don't want to keep y'all from watching whatever else you got to watch. This is TKTRAV, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777, and I ask you to join the Magus Society on Facebook. That's where we congregate and we talk about all that good shit. So join the Facebook group. The link is in the bio if you can't spell it or for whatever reason. I got some people saying they can't find it. Just click the link in the bio. Subscribe to the Travis Magus YouTube channel, and huge shouts out to Masterly Foolish for sharing my videos on his channel. I really supremely appreciate it. So yeah, to all you guys commenting, building with us, asking questions, giving advice, I appreciate y'all as well. Thank you. So, it's 9 o'clock. Thanks, Mac. Peace.